Now, I know you guys have already seen this story, and man, oh man, is it something. A whole bunch of top MAGA influencer accounts on X are just Indian bots, Bangladeshi bots, Pakistani bots. Basically, the entire right-wing movement on Twitter is just all fucking astroturfed. I'm sure some of it are actual individuals who are living in foreign countries who are just trying to make some money, so they run an account and, try to make revenue through X that way. But a lot of them are, part of these massive bot farms. But there's virtually every big right-wing account is a bot or is paid for, is a foreign entity. And there were no liberal or leftist ones. In fact, the only example I saw that they tried to bring up was this Democratic Socialists of America account where they showed that it was not located in the US. But the problem was they didn't pick the actual DSA account. They picked some rando DSA account that only had 700 followers that, was not the main account. That's the best they could do on the right. And they try to say it's all a psyop on the other side. Are you fucking kidding me? You guys were just unmasked as perhaps the greatest psyop of all time. So let me walk you through this here. This is in the Daily Beast. Top MAGA influencers accidentally unmasked as foreign trolls. A new feature on Elon Musk's X has given deeper insight into the online America First movement. By the way, after all this stuff came out and we saw all of these accounts were foreign, what did Elon do? He panicked and he got rid of the feature. He panicked and he got rid of it. See, he naively thought, because he's a dipshit and he's a dumbass, he naively thought, oh, if I create this feature, it'll show all the lefties are foreign bots, and it showed nothing of the sort. It showed that all the right-wingers were foreign bots. So he immediately was like, oh shit, fuck this, back out, abort mission, abort. So here's what they say. Elon Musk's social media site X has rolled out a new feature in an effort to increase transparency and unwittingly revealed that many of the site's top MAGA influencers are actually foreign actors. The new About This Account feature, which became available to X users on Friday, allows others to see where an account is based, when they joined the platform, how often they have changed their username, and how they downloaded the X app. Upon rollout, rival factions began to inspect just where their online adversaries were really based on the combative social platform, with dozens of major MAGA and right-wing influencer accounts revealed to be based overseas. Quote, this is easily one of the greatest days on this platform, wrote Democratic influencer Harry Sisson. Seeing all of these MAGA accounts get exposed as foreign actors trying to destroy the United States is a complete vindication of Democrats, like myself and many on here, who have been warning about this. Dozens of major accounts masquerading as America First or MAGA proponents have been identified as originating in places such as Russia, India, and Nigeria. In one example, the account MAGA Nation X, with nearly 400,000 followers. Guys, that's an account that's almost as big as my fucking Twitter account. And a bio reading Patriot Voice for We the People is actually based in Eastern Europe. And this is one of the themes that you'll see. So they have a picture of Trump as the header here giving a speech. You have an American flag guy standing there. It says MAGA Nation underneath them. They have goofy things like American flags in the name, MAGA Nation, American flag, MAGA Nation X, bro. Meanwhile, just completely and utterly fake, as you can see, Eastern Europe, non-EU country. And an Ivanka Trump fan account, Ivanka News, has 1 million followers and frequently posts about the dangers of Islam, the threat of illegal immigration, and support for Trump. That account is based in Nigeria. Wow. 1 million followers. Jesus Christ. Now, my guess is some of these are bots, of course, right? But even if the account is only 30% that big, that's still a massive account, bro. That's still a huge account. Quote, this is total Armageddon for the online right, wrote law student and left-wing influencer Micah Irfan. It's looking like half of their large accounts were foreigners posing as Americans all along. Yeah, Micah pointed that out. He's affiliated with that Project Liberal group, and here he has Defiant L's foreign account, Red Pill Media foreign account, Dark MAGA foreign account. While About This account went live on Friday, X's head of product development, Nikita Bayer, noted that the change had a few rough edges, which they are planning to smooth. Information around account location, for example, could be altered with the use of a VPN, something Bayer has said the company is planning to resolve. Users on X reported the tool being taken down just hours after it went live, with some speculating that the uncovering of the origins of far-right accounts may have something to do with its removal. Oh, you don't say. However, it appears to have been reinstated at the time of writing. The use of imposter accounts on social media to manufacture support for an individual or an ideology has long been observed online in America and across the world. Quote, just think about the foreign influence operations that are happening right now on this app. Journalist and Midas Touch co-founder Brett Meiselas said in a video posted to social media about the changes, think about the lawmakers who feel pressured by accounts like this. Think about the disinformation that spreads as a result of all these accounts out there. Look, I have to say, there's a little bit of egg on my face, and I need to give a mea culpa here because for a very long time, I downplayed the idea of these foreign influence operations online. It just struck me as this goofy idea. Like, oh, really? There's like a mass attempt to change the minds of American voters by like creating like fake accounts and trying to change the narrative. And in my semi-defense, in the past, I do think it was in its infancy, so it wasn't nearly as successful an operation as we see now. But certainly now, no, I think this is actually a giant problem. I think we have a colossal bot farm problem. I think we also have a colossal problem with, the nature of, you can have like a for-profit industry where you try to create a big account by just throwing red meat wherever you want to throw red meat to whatever base you want to throw them to. To have like a bunch of Bangladeshis and Pakistanis and Indians and Nigerians and all these people sort of feeding the worst elements of American politics and further radicalizing us, further pushing us down the pipeline into outright fascism, that feels like it should be illegal, right? Like, I don't think there should be any bots at all, period, for anything, ever. Like, every bot account should be purged. But, also, I don't know, it just seems like you have the manipulation of the public square in a way that's hard to come back from. This actually gives more credence to the idea that online isn't real life. There's some evidence that online is real life. We've seen that happen a bunch of times. But this is sort of evidence of the opposite, that online isn't real life. That, it feels like we're on the brink of a fucking civil war in many respects. And in many ways, we actually are in a soft civil war because Trump is invading blue cities with red state National Guard. But like, I feel like a lot of that is because you have this right-wing cesspool, which is super radicalized, but it's all fucking Pakistanis and Bangladeshis. And it's like making the Trump people, I think it's a fair point from Ben Meiselas to say, it's making the Trump people who are politicians respond to the pressure of this account that's just trying to get eyeballs and clicks by saying the most incendiary thing possible and being like, hardcore MAGA nation, ultra MAGA X account, bro. So like, the perverse incentives are terrifying. They're terrifying and they're disgusting. What's going on here? It's like a self-radicalization loop that MAGA is in. And at the core of it is, some guy in his basement in India. That's fucking insane. That is insane. The use of fake accounts to bolster the MAGA movement is something the Center for Information Resilience and independent nonprofit research organization flagged during the 2024 election, with many of the MAGA influencer accounts revealed to originate in Eastern Europe or Russia. Users are questioning the ongoing interference in American politics by foreign adversaries. Quote, why are so many MAGA influencers outside the U.S.? It's almost as if they are working for foreign governments, wrote influencer Ed Krasenstein. You got a peek behind the curtain at just how much of the MAGA hatred is just Russian propaganda, said author and academic Adam Cochran. Donald Trump and several close associates were investigated for conspiracy or coordination with Russia during the 2016 election. 2 of Trump's campaign members were indicted. Certain content creators are paid for tweets that drive engagement on the site formerly known as Twitter, which gives them a financial incentive to cash in on the divisive nature of U.S. politics. That's exactly right. For those in countries like Nigeria or Bangladesh, the American dollar paid by X for their work can make a big difference to their lives. X payouts are calculated on the basis of engagement from verified premium accounts with content on X. The Daily Beast reach out to X for comment. So just an insane story. And this was sort of like a hunch that a bunch of us had, but this is total validation of the hunch that we have a self-radicalizing loop for MAGA in this country, and it's all an illusion. It's all imaginary. None of it is real. Like, oftentimes when you see some right-wing account saying the most insane thing you've ever heard, don't doubt yourself. It is the most insane thing you've ever heard, and that person is probably in fucking Nigeria, just trying to make a buck, or is from some bot farm in Slovenia or some shit. Like, there's no way around it. That's where we're at. And again, the liberal and the leftist accounts, all real. The right-wing accounts, fake. And the scariest thing about all of this is that the bot shit sometimes works. Like, the bot shit sometimes fucking works. How disturbing is that? That you could almost like fake it till you make it by presenting this, outsized influence of a certain perspective. I think of like Fuentes. There's undoubtedly, and a lot of the Fuentes accounts were outed as bots in this same fucking thing. Like, you see, oh my God, everybody's talking about Fuentes. Everybody's showing clips of Fuentes. It's like he's getting really big, et cetera, et cetera. People, on conservative podcasts say he's on a generational run. Meanwhile, the core of it, like the accounts that are leading to that push, they're fake. They're totally fake. It wasn't genuine grassroots enthusiasm that somebody decided I'm going to make an account that's all based around Fuentes. No, it's fake. It's made up. And that's where we are, bro. That's where we are. Like, we got to get back to an era of authenticity because this shit is unfucking sustainable. How, like, shit just gets astroturfed and blows up and totally perverts U.S. politics and global politics. We fucking radicalized ourselves with a foreign psyop. America radicalized itself into fascism, and now we're dealing with the absolute nuclear fallout of that catastrophe. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.